Once upon a time, in a peaceful village at the foot of a tall mountain, lived a young boy named Sam. Every day, Sam had an important job. He led a flock of fluffy white sheep up the green hillside to eat the sweet grass. Sam's sheep were very good. They spent all day quietly eating. Sam usually sat under the shade of a big old oak tree. He would spend hours watching the white clouds drift slowly over the distant mountain peaks. Even though his job was important, Sam began to feel very bored. "I wish something exciting would happen," Sam sighed. He looked down at the tiny village below, where all the grown-ups were busy working in their shops and gardens. One afternoon, a naughty idea popped into Sam's head. He wanted to see the villagers run up the hill to talk to him. He wore a sneaky smile and started to get his plan ready. Sam took a very deep breath, cupped his hands around his mouth, and shouted as loud as he could, "Wolf! Wolf! There is a wolf chasing the sheep!" His voice echoed across the hills and traveled all the way down to the village. In the village, Bram the blacksmith was busy hitting his anvil, and Alara the baker was putting bread in the oven. When they heard Sam's cry for help, they stopped everything. They thought Sam and the sheep were in real danger. Bram and Alara rushed up the steep, winding path. They were puffing and panting, but they did not stop to rest. "Hurry, we must save the flock," Alara called out as they scrambled up the dirt trail. When they finally reached the top, there was no wolf to be seen. Instead, they found Sam rolling on the grass, laughing and laughing. He thought his trick was the funniest thing in the world. Bram frowned deeply and wiped the sweat from his forehead. "Do not play such tricks, Sam. Lying is not a good thing to do," he said sternly. Then he and Alara turned around and walked back down to the village, feeling very cross. A few days later, Sam felt bored once again. He forgot all about Bram's warning. He remembered how much fun it was to see everyone running up the hill, and he decided to play the trick one more time. Sam climbed onto the highest rock and screamed again, "Wolf! Help me! There is a real wolf here." He made his voice sound even more scared than the first time. This time, Alara and Thistle the Weaver heard him. Even though they were a little suspicious, they could not ignore a cry for help. They put down their work and hurried up the mountain. When they arrived at the pasture, Sam burst out laughing again. "I fooled you all again," he cheered. Alara and Thistle just stood there, feeling very let down by Sam's behavior. Thistle spoke in a soft but firm voice. "Sam, when you tell too many lies, people will stop believing you, even when you are telling the truth." Then they turned their backs and walked straight down the hill. Later that evening, as the sun began to set and the shadows grew long, a large, dark shape crept out of the forest. It was a real wolf named Fen. He had glowing yellow eyes, and he was very hungry. Sam began to shake with fear when he saw Fen's sharp teeth. The wolf started to growl and moved closer to the flock. This time, Sam was not pretending. He was in big trouble. Sam scrambled to the top of the highest rock and screamed with all his might, "Wolf! There is a real wolf! Please help me! The wolf is taking the sheep!" His voice was shaky and full of tears. Down in the village, everyone heard Sam's screams, but Bram and Alara just shook their heads. "It is just Sam again," Bram said. "He is trying to trick us one more time." No one came to help. Fen the wolf chased the sheep, and they all ran away into the deep, dark forest. Sam could only watch, feeling helpless and very sorry. His flock was gone. The next morning, Ilara walked up the hill and found Sam sitting alone with red, puffy eyes. Sam told her everything that had happened. Ilara put a kind hand on his shoulder and said, "Nobody believes a liar, even when he is telling the truth. Remember this lesson, Sam.